Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's have a look at Algorand. And so I know I made a video about Algorand back a week ago, and I like to play with the trolls, don't you? And I remember making the video, and then by the end of the day, it like gone down a bit. Someone went ha 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 ha. I was like, what? I mean, obviously, by the when I make a video, it isn't about I'm not. I'm not calling a lottery number. It's like some people think they're holding the winning lottery ticket, and I'm literally just giving the numbers. And by the end of the video, I give the final number. You look down at your ticket, and you've won the lottery. That's not what's going on here. That's not what's going on here. This is a morning. It's a bit of a late morning for me. I've got a busy day. I've got lots of stuff to do. I've got hundreds of grand on the table, and I'm trying to monitor it for my own benefit. And the reason I made this channel in the first place is because I thought, well, look, I sit down and do this every morning anyway. I might as well speak what I'm thinking and record it and put it on the internet, see if there's any value to that. And some think there is, some think there isn't. I'm not saying, hey, guess what? By the end of the day, Algorand will make you a millionaire. I'm not saying that. But as we can see now, obviously what I was saying was true once again. Same with XRP and same with Bitcoin. I said, didn't I? Last week I said, this week, as in this week now, we'll probably see XRP above $3, and we'll see a Bitcoin above $100. Even my loyal Telegram people were saying that is a bold statement, and I was like, yeah, I know it is, but. That's what it looks like. And here we are. 333101 Exualente. So let's focus more on Algorand for the moment then. So let's think about it from wick to wick, just to give the most sensational outlook on this. Okay, 50%. Alright. I know that some people don't like that. 50% is good. It's not over. As far as I'm concerned, it's not over yet. We don't have any sort of pump or trend or anything like that signal on the Ichimoku cloud. This is simply just a breakout of the consolidation. First move, second move. Next major resistance is the magical 50-cent zone. Now, things are going to really start to pick up and get interesting once you break and hold above 50 cent. You should be seeing yourself move to $1, maybe even 2 or 3 at that point, relatively fast. Yes, I know what I'm saying. But until we see it, you can't expect it. Understand what I said there? So I said, look, once certain criteria has been fulfilled, you would look to see moves of another 100 or 200% to those areas. So again, double from 50 is $1, double from $1 is $2, double from that is that. You see what I'm talking about? These things can happen in alt season. And who called for the alt season a week ago, 2 weeks ago, leading into it? I did. And we've got a series of higher lows week after week, week after week. When some people say, where's this alt season? Where's this alt season? I said, well, the alt season will be coming. You may need to make sure that you take part in picking up these lows. Otherwise, you won't benefit from it, really, or it won't be as good for you. So it's all coming to fruition. Now, it doesn't mean that it goes up immediately, but it is looking good. So 50 cent, just below 52 cent, major resistance, 200 simple moving average on the weekly, that's fine. And just like XRP will be doing, there's no question of it. I mean, we'll have a look in a minute because they're both correlated massively. We'll likely put in a major bearish divergence money flow index read on the weekly. So those are the sort of things that generally do get a bit scared of. And it might be that we get that and we have another big pullback, maybe even dump, and then after a 50% correction or something like that, then we go back up again. This is crypto, this is what happens, right? So just be prepared for all these things. 50% down, oh no, I'll panic sell that. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Right, let's take a look at the 4 hourly and then we'll check XRP. And we'll have a look at a lot of XLM and some of these other things that I've been calling for, because I said that they're all correlated. Anything that's related to XRP, so XRP, Hbar, XDC, XLM, Algorand, should all move up because XRP looks so good. Right, so we do have the pump signal that's mostly played. So I am looking for the resistance at 50 cents at the moment. Then the 50 cents resistance, then a pullback to the mid to low 40s. To be fair, at that point on Algorand. So, but the long story short is that Algorand is a bagging chart on the higher term time frames. Really, we just need to get above and stay above that 50 cent zone. $1.80 is a major area, huge, massive resistance at that. So you might be thinking about maybe taking some profit just from a protective stance, because if we get rejected from here, you could see yourself back down to 140, maybe even below $1, and from there you can pick up and try it again. So again, I'm bullish on Algorand at this point now. I see it turning a corner, but I'm also not naive to think that it can make brand new all-time highs immediately. Yeah. Big ups, big downs, as we've been saying since November. That was the easy part of the market, and for most of us, all of this is still the easy part of the market, because we took part in the accumulation at those lower levels at the end of summer, which is what I was talking about for so much time last year, and now look where we are. So it is very easy now to sit back and just get rich, to the disgust of the people who didn't believe me. Let's have a quick look at XLM, and there you go. There's another one for you. There's another banging weekly. So what's this weekly? It's not quite as good as Algorand. Actually, it's basically the same. Yeah, it's identical. Who would have thought it? Me. Let's have a look at XDC, USDT. These are all the things that I was calling for the last week on the Patreon. And on my videos as well, so let's not beat around the bush here. I did say all of this. Wow, there you go. So that's a bit more like it. 100% this week. Who would have thought? Who would have thought it? Me. Who would have said it? Me. Hbar. And okay, look at that. That's something different. Hbar USDT. Still a little early here. I didn't work out this morning. I decided to have a lay-in. That's right, my lay-in. My lay-in exists, and I'm still up by 50%. All right, so across the board, you've even got my crooked draw in here. So it's all working out exactly as expected. And again, I'm not here to direct you into buying things and selling things or whatever. I'm just telling you what I think is happening on the market, and where I'm positioned and for what reason. And when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. When I'm right, I'm right. But the point is, you've got to be right more than you are wrong. Otherwise, you end up, working at McDonald's, don't you? Like Wojak in that classic Wojak meme. At the moment, everything's working exactly as expected. The thing that I was talking about the other day, whether it was yesterday or the day before, is that you do have to think about this situation as it's occurring. Really high money flow index, obviously just very close to 96. It's extremely overheated. Needed to come down. Everything does when it has that. But now what we're going to see is that we're going to see some bearish divergence. One drive similar to this over here, and these single drives of bearish divergence on the money flow index, perhaps maybe not so much on XRP, although we do see them. So there's one read. There's a second one over here marking that top. It's more of a Bitcoin thing, but I think that the two should probably be thought about similar. That when you do have these 1-2 drives bearish divergence that lead into a larger consolidation, 1-2 marked the bull market top. Where's another one? 1-2. That didn't quite work. That one. But they are slightly concerning when you get them, because they can mark a peak. So moving into next week, wherever these things go, directed by XRP, because XRP is the boss, maybe think about limiting some positions, because there would be a warning sign there. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's to the absolute microcent, to the pip. This is the top. I'm not saying that. It's always about momentum and price and trend, and what we've seen here clearly on XRP and on Algorand and on everything else is a massive mega breakout. So far we're up 500%, again to the disgust of people. When I was telling everybody that we were going to break out of this epic triangle, bang, there you go. No, this was the measured move, right? That's the measured move. It just goes straight up to the moon, and that's where we're going. We're basically created a new all-time high on a wick basis on this chart here. Look, love it or hate it, the analysis was correct. The money has been made, and I will be happy enough with that. Trolls, I like them as well, because normally the troll is wrong. So I don't often need to respond because the price action responds for me. But long story short, this was a video supposed to be about Algorand, and you know, if we break here, I would probably be looking at just below $2 at some point this year, and then once that's done, a doubling from there, closer to 5, maybe above. But again, this is very early days. It's January. I did say that we'll be making new highs in January. I did say that we're going to get an alt season in January, and we are now seeing all of that. So I'm pleased. I don't know if you're pleased. We'll find out in the comments. And if you join the Telegram and you want to send me a little pint of beer, I'm accepting Atom as my beer fund. That's a story for another day. Maybe I'll make a video on that tomorrow, why I'm doing that and what my projection is for Atom. I'm not calling for Atom to be a millionaire starter kit. I'm talking about Atom as being a pension plan that I effectively don't want to even look at for about 10 years. And look, I'm not that old. I'm not. It's not that I'm looking to retire in 10 years because I'm an old man. But it's nice to have a few plans for retirement, and an Atom 10-year hodl bag is one of them. Anyway, there's a bit of a rambling video. If you want a little bit more sense to what's going on, maybe join the Patreon. There's links in the description below, and tonight we'll be doing a live stream where we can look at all your charts. Other than that, hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.